Right. So last session, we started off with a bit of a run-in with a gelatinous cube. You found some interesting pieces of artifacts that were dotted around some of the passageways. One was a mirror that you found, and you also found a statue which linked to the bronze visage that you'd found earlier on in the dungeon, which opened up a gateway for Tavis to go through and speak to the simulacrum. So just to clarify on some of the lore, because Matt brought it up before, this reoccurring face that you're seeing is Hallister Blackcloak. So I know there was touched on, there's a big lore dump before you went down into the dungeon itself. And then subsequently since then, you've had little bits of lore that's been sort of dished out as we've sort of gone through the dungeon itself. So arguably was one where it was the gate that wasn't working, the wild magic gate, and a bit of lore around it you managed to suss out. So essentially, the guy that built this complex that you're in, these 23, 24 levels or whatever it is of dungeon that you're in, is Hallister Blackcloak. So he became a bit of a recluse, and he went insane building this complex, which has housed all sorts of weird and wonderful things over the years, and has been the home of his apprentices and also their experiments. And this goes back sort of hundreds of years, if not further than that, into the past. And then in more sort of recent times, when the likes of like Durnan and all them that building the Yawning Portal started to then delve into this dungeon itself and then seek out its riches, which are in a plenty. However, obviously, the further you go, the higher the risk. So not all of this has been discovered. It's all open to new adventurers to go down there. So what you're seeing is this reoccurring image, this reoccurring person, which is Hallister Blackcloak. So he is the Mad Mage. I can't remember because I didn't watch it back much. But what happened to do we describe what happened to the simulacrum when he'd finished?
It melted in Raiders of the Lost Ark style.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so hence that's how you would have identified the simulacrum. So at that point, it was that simulacrum was no more. Although the extra plane that you were in would still remain. So yeah, there's a lot of this reoccurring images of Hallister as you've gone through this first level, sort of introducing himself as to the party and to adventures as they're coming in various ways that amuse him. I don't think there's really anything else to discuss. Jimbo, you've spoken about Morphos. Sure, Muchie and Matt, you've discussed what's gone on with Tavis and seen the clips and stuff like that. Is everyone happy to make a start?
Yeah, I think he's good.
Yes.
Would we have an idea if Hallister's still alive?
At this point, you wouldn't really know anything. Obviously, you've been sent here with. You haven't been sent here to find Hallister.
No. Yeah.
What you've been sent here is for the individual, or for some of your individual tasks and quests that have been given to you to get you out of the city and save yourselves, and also save people back in the city. So it's not at this point in where we're at. It's not about him. It's not about the dungeon. It's just about getting in, getting what you need, and then getting out.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah. So just also from memory, there was the mirror or the seeming teleportation device that we needed a wand. Any wand will do, but the nearest wand was in Willowwood, if memory serves. And I don't know why. Was the talk of like a map available to us somewhere?
That was when Jimbo did communication. Sorry, Thorin did communication with Dernan, and he said somewhere on level 1 there is a map room.
Yeah, on the first level, yeah.
Okay. So don't know how people are feeling about even if we find a way down to level 2, but maybe sticking around level 1 to find the map.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a thing.
Yeah, well, we don't know how vast the level 1 is.
No.
Is there any way of getting a map of what we've already been through?
I mean, Isla can draw maps, but I'm not going to lie to you, Isla hasn't really been doing that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I only thought of it today. It was a case of we've come through part of it, but because you can only see where you are, it's difficult to orientate yourself in there.
Thorin mentioned it last session. Thorin was made a map from the pillar room to the mirror, I think it was.
Yeah. Well, I took
yeah.
notes of the route. I didn't draw a map.
Of the route from the pillar room to the mirror. Yeah, pillar room to the mirror. That's it.
Yeah, it's
so
you go south of the pillar room through a tight gap, and then through the double doors, to the left-hand side, and head southeast.
So it's one of those. I know we've not long had a rest, which is absolutely fine. But on the next rest, I can take locate object, which will locate a specific object known to me. Alternatively, if I don't know what that object is exactly, it can locate the nearest object of that particular kind.
Alright, okay.
It's an apparel, jewelry, furniture, tool, and so if I'm thinking of a map, it'll locate me to the nearest map within 1,000 feet.
Yeah.
Provided lead. So I can do that. That might be something worth taking while we're kind of going through blindly. But again, I'm not going to be able to do that until the next long quest.
Yeah, some of this is, in-game stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they said that the Alistair said that the Mind Flayers and the Githyanki are the things to watch out for.
So let's jump in and we can talk it out, can't we?
Yeah, everyone happy to jump in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, should be seeing the map now, yeah?
Yeah, I just need tabs taken back off me.
Ditto with Morthos.
Okay.
Sweet.
I feel like I'm blind now.
Baby Ray.
Okay, so you'd just encountered a host of goblins in and around this room that you were in. You also seen a a sort of statue. It was let me get the correct term. Miriam. It was an obelisk with an eye on it that you'd seen in sort of where you are now, but in the most northerly room for where you're at. And you'd seen that with a lot of handprints around it, around the bottom, some blood, and then this eye which is facing south. You'd defeated the goblins in that area. Some of you were starting to explore, and heading south. Some of you were starting to look to the east passages that you can sort of see in that area. Right. Would you guys want to start?
I mean, first thing, should we try and just get everybody back together as a bit of a party?
Yeah. Where are you thinking?
Back in the
I'm
obelisk
not-
room where we've killed everything.
I'm not that bothered where we meet up. I just think it's been a while.
Have we been through this door at the bottom that I'm stood next to? Do we know?
I think that's the point
I
where
can't see where you are, so I don't know.
Right, I'm just going to shuffle back up because it like zigzagged and stuff like that. So I think we're a little bit further on. So if you can see me now next to Negan, and it seems like Morphos. Right, there's you, Lorien, or I think that's your name. I can't remember too many names in my head. So yeah,
I'll do
this
the
way.
same. Yeah, I'll come back
Follow.
into the. So that's back into the obelisk room. Yeah.
I'm just gonna try and gather
Do you
everyone.
want me to move you, Jimbo?
No, that's right. I can find it.
No,
Okay.
we'll make our way towards Jimbo. Well, that's where we'll meet. I'm just trying to get the whole party together because me, Thorin, and Jimbo. It's better. I can't see stuff now. Kind of shot off. So
All right. Okay.
let's head back down. Let's all head back down to the door because that's pretty much where we'd ended.
Did we investigate that obelisk?
We did. I don't think we could decipher anything from it. I think there were a couple.
I don't think there's an investigation of it. I think Thorin went to have a look at it and then moved on.
Did I just hear DM that you said there was handprints on it?
Yeah, handprints at the bottom.
All right.
Wherever we go, I think I'm going to want to do something about
All
that.
right. Also, I'll call Thorin back then. And we'll start from Thorin as Tavis inspecting the old obeliskio.
Yep. I am back up with the party.
Cool. So I mean, if it was a reconnecting and a chat thing, if you want to do that, start of that, Isla, then we can go from that, and I'll do that after.
What's that? Sorry, Josephine.
Did you have a plan that we get back together and have a chat about what's next?
No,
or
it was literally
just to make it easier to say everything.
It was more outside of the game of let's just get the party back together, because that's what I would want to do in game as well. Let's just get the party back together and start methodically.
Yeah.
Because I think we are like, I think last time we were like flying down corridors and stuff like that. Let's.
Yeah.
Yeah, just on the note of flying down corridors, so there is nothing populated other than tokens for enemies. There is nothing populated in any of this. There's no furniture. There's nothing on the walls. There's nothing inscribed. There's nothing that you will see on the map. You could walk around this map all day and not see anything. So if you do move through these areas quickly, and I struggle to sort of narrate what you're seeing, but also, yeah, if you go too quickly, I'm going to assume that you're running through and you're sprinting, and therefore, if you do come into contact with anything that's going to attack you, then stealth has gone, because that's just how we're moving. Unless we stipulate that we're moving stealthily and we're moving along, then It's just something to be aware of. I know that we all want to try and keep the pace going, especially when we have the lulls when we're trying to work something out and there's a lot of talk and we just want to get going again. I totally understand it. Just gotta play it as we would normally play it.
Cool.
Yeah, so I don't know what the best thing to do is. Like, I don't know, Daryl, if you can make not even group us, but make a 7th marker as like a group marker type thing, and maybe when we're out of combat and we're moving as one unit, we can kind of just set the radius to say 30 feet or something like that. You know, a pretty standard distance of what everyone can see. And then obviously, if we're asking particular questions, we can lean into Tavis has got 60 foot and stuff like. I don't know, just to try and. Otherwise, people are flying off left, right, and centre. But for now, we'll start off at the obelisk.
Whilst you're doing that now, then, whilst you're talking about what you're doing, I'll make that token now.
It's just a thought, just to try and make life a little bit easier, and then we can move to that token as and when we, we need to get to combat and stuff. But in game, yeah. Thorin, did you say there's a map on this floor then?
There is a map on this floor, yeah. There's a map room.
So I think personally, I think we need to kind of find this room regardless if we find the next level down. I think that could be a way just to either give us an indication of how big this dungeon is, or at least give us some direction on what to expect whilst down here. I don't know if you guys agree, disagree, want to just play it by ear.
No, I think I agree. The more you know, we've already been through that situation where we ended up fighting however many goblins and some intellect devourers when we could have just taken a shortcut and skipped the whole thing.
Yeah. Did Dingy say how far the Willowwood was as well? Did he say it was on a different level? It was like
He did, didn't he? He said.
So it's like on like the 4th, 5th. It was levels down, wasn't it?
I think it was the 4th.
It was the 5th that you got told.
It was the 5th, yeah. I knew it was levels down. I just think it'll be worth, at least if we can get a map to this Willowwood, we know that we've got a way of getting from the 10th level back to the 1st level without having to renegotiate or renavigate any of that crap. It also gives us the opportunity at level 10 to come back out and do any restocking or whatever we want to do.
Yeah.
Didn't he also say anyone will do?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Yeah, he did, but I don't think, because it's like a specific type of wand, wasn't it? But like any one of the wands will do. Because I haven't got a wand of smiles, laughing. Wand of something.
I don't have a wand.
Bit of nostalgia. I came across this one.
What is it?
So when we first started playing D&D, it was during COVID. So D&D sort of did this logo for. It's got a dragon with a mask on it. It just says "Stay home, player." But I thought I'd do that whilst I thought I'd just use that for now.
If you keep that token, Daryl, as we describe what we're doing, you can.
I've opened it up to everyone. Everyone's got access to using it. Actually, maybe not, because it might give away the depend on the site. Saying that, as long as you just bring it with you.
Yeah, well, like so, we can just use that as we're moving. If we're moving as a group, and then we can move our characters kind of a little bit behind, and hopefully it won't affect the pace of play and stuff like that. But we'll see how it goes. Just an idea.
Okay.
You could always take our characters off when we're not fighting.
Yeah. Well, I'll just leave Isla where it is until, either the party discernedly splits, or we're in combat or something. And then whoever leads the party, whoever decides to take point, can control the token.
Probably you or me's the
yeah,
best.
I'm happy for that, because you can move the party token along and leave your characters where they are, and then just regroup as you see fit.
Um,
So
So,
to
yeah.
that point, Isla, if we do find this map room, I don't know
Yeah.
if any of you guys are like skilled or anything, but I've got like a full set from my journey to Waterdeep. I've got a full set of cartographer's tools, so I'm not particularly skilled in it, but I've got the tools to kind of as to map our own way and kind of do that in a semi reasonable manner, so we can track where we've been and try and find our way back. This
Yeah,
place is a maze.
Yeah, I think that wouldn't be a bad idea. Just keep a little note of it as we go, and maybe flesh out a little bit more as with every long rest or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll try and if we all try and take little mental notes, we can all give you a hand of what was where and
Yeah, and
go from there. Just keep track and stuff like that. But
if it's in a different language or something like that, I can read anything that's written.
hopefully, if we find the map room, we can travel from there. But you wanted
Sounds
to look
good.
at this. You wanted to look at this obelisk, Thomas?
Yeah, well, I just noticed that there are like prints around it, like bloody handprints. So I'm gonna cast Mage Hand, my invisible Mage Hand, and just see if I can do a bit of an investigation around this obelisk and figure anything out.
Handprints, bloody handprints.
Sunday, bloody
Where is the
Sunday.
obelisk from where we're stood now, though?
I'll put a marker on there now.
I'd assumed it was
So
the
you're looking
northern
sort
bit.
of this area here.
Ah, okay.
Is that big one in the middle?
The eye's at the top, and then it's sort of looking south.
Yeah.
It's up there, is it?
Yeah, it's up a little bit.
Oh, right, okay. So yeah, I'll move up there, cast Mage Hand, and try and have a little investigation as to what this thing is.
Okay. So you see that it's about 14 foot tall. It's granite. It has a lidless eye carved near its top, which is facing south. The bottom half of the obelisk is covered in dirty and bloody handprints sort of going around it.
Sorry, I jumped out of everything there. I got booted out by for some reason.
It's okay. Which bit did you catch it all or not?
No, I got the very last bit of dirty handprints.
Yeah, okay. So you've got a 14-foot tall granite obelisk with an eyeless, a lidless eye carved in the top, facing south. And the bottom half of the obelisk is covered in dirty and bloody handprints.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll kind of take Mage Hand and try and do an investigation around those handprints, kind of touching it with my Mage Hand, seeing if that has any impact.
Okay. Are you getting, how close are you to that now? You're sort of...
I stayed like 10 foot, but the Mage Hand can go closer.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so you're still not quite close. So okay, yeah, you watch it. The hands start to move around it. Your connection with the hand, you know that you're feeling the stone itself. It's real. It's tangible. It's there. You can, as you sort of move and pattern around it where the hands are. You can, yeah. It's a stone obelisk. There's not much you can do with Mage Hand. It's not reacting to Mage Hand.
Yep, okay.
Stop being away, Tabs, and touch it.
The eye, is that just still? That doesn't move or anything? That doesn't...
No, just an eye.
Okay, I'm going to approach the obelisk. So the eye's on the south side, isn't it?
Facing south, yeah.
Yeah, I want to approach the obelisk where I can kind of still see the eye, and I'm going to try and do my own physical investigation and touch it and see what happens or what. And I'm going to say to the guys before I do it, just keep an eye on me. Obviously, these bloody handprints are a worry, but this could reveal something to us. So here goes nothing.
Okay, one sec. Where's that gone? Okay, as you touch the obelisk itself, you just hold a second. You can see that these handprints definitely look goblinoid, and there's just a multitude. It's all sort of grubby, sort of got like a watermark where it's just grubbier and filthy towards the bottom. These multitude of hand marks and bloody prints. And I'm just going to pinch you out of the group for 1 second.
I was about to say,
Fabulous.
as he does touch it, I want to use thaumaturgy and make the ground shake a little bit, just to shit him up a little bit.
And he's dead.
And he's dead. Imagine if he just disappears now.
Again.
Do you know what? I wouldn't even bother rescuing him. I'd be like, do you know what? He's died twice.
But I mean, it'd be good if he's gone into the map room. I mean, that would be a bonus.
Yeah.
Oh, can you imagine?
That would be the find of the game.
Do you think we'd be that lucky?
No.
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 That's the most infuriating thing is Daryl knows where the fucking thing is as well. And every time we're going somewhere, he's like, "Ha, you dickheads. It's nowhere near there."
The thing about it is, when we came into the main kind of like corridor and the first few rooms, we've ultimately turned south. We've gone left and come south. And I bet you there's a whole separate part of this map that's north.
Yeah, that's why I sort of think
Yeah.
we don't know the sheer size.
And he's dead.
Okay. Is Matt back?
No, we thought he died, so that was it. He was off making a new character.
Sending our wishes.
You there, Matt?
Yeah, sorry. It's been I got a bit of delay there. I'm not sure why. Trying to come back in the room.
Tavis, as this happens, as you touch, you feel this rumble and this shake of the ground below you as you experience these things from the obelisk, and slowly these tremors just come to a stop.
Okay, I'd immediately remove my hand. Like, that was creepy. Something happened, guys. I heard a weird voice talking to me. It said some stuff. I can't fully remember what it said. This is all freaky. Something about me being kind of my destiny being doomed.
Well, he's not wrong there.
I mean, catch up, right? But did the voice sound familiar, DM?
Yes, very familiar.
Yeah, Hallister. Okay. Can
Did you go somewhere else?
No, I just heard a voice. I didn't see anything different, did I? I felt like I was here and I felt the vibrations. Did you guys all see the ground vibrating by this obelisk?
No, not at all. No.
If it didn't hurt you, Tavis, why don't you touch it again and let's just see what happens. Something else happens.
Yeah. I mean, any of you guys could have a go at that, I guess.
Yeah, but you're right there.
Sure. It said something about this. So it sounded like this guy, this Hallister, right? This mad mage, and he was saying he casts his eye into the future, and there's something about a path to the south, and then if we if I follow that path, that my path was doomed or something to that effect. And if I follow the path to the south, then I'll see the two-headed king, and the face to the left is where my destiny awaits.
So it knows that you want to go south, but it knows that if you do that, then you're doomed.
I mean, that's what he said.
And then you'll see a what? Two heads?
The two-headed king.
And the
And
face to the
the
left.
face to the left is where my destiny awaits. So that would make me think, if we go to the south and we find a two-headed what's it, then we don't go to the left, we actually go to the right.
But we do keep going to the left.
Well, I would say not, because he's saying
No,
the
no.
left is doomed.
Since we've got down here,
We have been going left, yeah.
yeah, we've been going left.
Okay.
Could you talk to it or not?
I know it was a one-way. I just heard this voice, and like felt this trembling of the obelisk and everything. So I'm going to give it another go, as you suggest. I'm going to touch it one more time.
Hit me,
And
baby.
that's it. So I'll reach out and touch.
Touching hands.
Okay. Right.
The ground shakes again. Is this gaslighting?
A little bit.
It's like every other healthy relationship, mate.
Yeah.
Because if anybody else touches it, I'm going to use the thaumaturgy on Tavis.
Either way, he's getting shocked.
Yeah.
It'd be worth someone else giving it a go.
I mean, there's every chance.
I don't mind
I
giving
mean,
it a
Thorn,
go.
you're pretty charismatic, but when you do, I'm gonna shock the rumble the ground underneath Tavis just to make him react. But play into it a little bit, be fun. That was D&D. Yeah, I just made the ground shake to make Matt think he was going crazy.
I'm not crazy.
Hey, you guys.
You gonna live with me?
Yeah, Trent's not even technically left the club yet, and he's already changed his Instagram post to Madrid.
Yeah, but I do like the fact though it took us 6 hours, and then we've announced Frimpong.
That was superb.
That was like you can get fucked, you little rat.
Superb.
10 million, not bad for him.
No, I'll do a job. That makes Frimpong what? 20 million. That could be a steal, that.
I think is he 35?
Who?
He's 35 mil.
35
Yeah,
million
that's what they're saying for it.
29.5 million pounds.
With the add-ons. I tell you what though, if we get Wirtz without selling any player yet, that would be mad.
Yeah, well, we didn't do any spending last year or in January, did we? So.
No, I know, but I know we won the league, so obviously you got a load of money there. But still, like I thought we would have had to sell, like because Nunes is gone, so I thought he would have had to be sold first.
No, as long as the book's balanced.
Before they put the money down, but
I think we'll get Kirkes as well.
Yeah.
And I think if we get this, I can't pronounce his name. Like, is it the young French lad, like in KTA or something?
From Frankfurt.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what his name is, but if we
We're
get him,
like a pretty solid team.
Yeah, it's like Nketiah. It's like Nketiah, isn't it? But it's not.
Yeah, it's like Nketiah, but it's not. But I think that would be some solid business.
Yeah, it just depends then, because then all of a sudden you're looking at, because obviously I'm guessing Kelleher's gone.
Yeah, you get 40 million for him.
I hope Harvey Elliott doesn't go.
I think he'll go.
Hmm.
They seem
I
to
hope
be
he
having a
doesn't, but-
much
Careful.
more deeper conversation now.
I know.
Yeah, he's dead.
We get to talk about football.
Football. Yeah, someone in work today put a bet on Trent Alexander-Arnold playing for Spurs in 2 years.
I'm going to put a bet on for the Champions League final. Real Madrid and us next year, and we'll win it.
They will fucking hate Trent.
The thing about it is, I just don't think, like, I think Liverpool are quite forgiving of his defensive lapses.
They will not be.
I don't think the Spanish will be.
No, but well, the thing I would say is I love Trent, and I know it's two different players, but I think on a superstar scale, Bale was more of a superstar than Trent is. They hated Bale.
Probably.
They hated Bale, and Bale won them, what, 2 Champions League, 3?
Yeah.
Oh, they're back. Hello.
It all depends. Alonso could play a back three.
Yeah, it's weird. I think that would be mental as well.
Bale don't play a back three.
Okay, Tavis, as again you touch this this granite obelisk staring up at the eye, ground tremors again.
Yeah, you sure you don't feel that, guys? Like the ground's shaking.
No.
No,
No.
you seem longer this time, Tavis. What happened?
It's a bit the same. It was just the same. It didn't feel any different in terms of time for me. I'm just trying to wrap my head around what this guy's saying and what he means. It's the same. It's the same guy. It's Hollister. It's this mad mage. Thinking about it, like trying to gain a bit more clarity. So I think he's not necessarily doomed, but my future has a perilous descent. Which kind of, this is what we're here for, right? We've got 20 odd levels of heading down this dungeon, so that kind of adds up. He did say somewhere down the path to the south and behind a secret door, we'll see the two-headed king, and the face to the left is where my destiny lies, or where our destiny lies. I don't know if it's a group thing or if it's specific to me. He was just talking to me, so yeah, the path to the south, and then we need to be all eyes open for some secret door, according to what he's told us.
TM.
But,
Yeah.
Would we have heard of a two-headed king before? Is it something we might know of?
Roll a history check.
Go on, brains. Brains and brawn.
It's a lethal combo.
Oh, just in the middle, 11.
Nope, not that you're aware of.
Thick as fuck.
He's like Lenny out of Mice and Men.
I just want to pet it. Oh, it's fucking dead.
Can I turn the
Pretty
vent
bird.
switch?
Pretty bird.
Do you think it's
Just look at the flowers.
think it's worth me trying?
We're
You're
here.
welcome to.
See
You
if
might
he
as
says
well. We know
something
nothing.
different.
Nothing bad's happened to Tavis. Look at him.
I'm perfectly normal.
He's
It
doing
says a lot
well.
about Fulham, though, doesn't it? He's watched it twice, seen him live, and now he's going, actually, I might give it a go.
I'm feeling brave. I'm very brave.
Very brave.
Well, if he gets different information, then it might be, for every one of us, it might be something different.
Look, we're Thorin's studies, not his study even in front of the eye. Yeah, if you guys want me to, I don't mind seeing if he says something different.
Yeah, maybe if he just tells you something different.
Mm.
I'm going to back off a little bit. That was freaky.
Okay, I walk up to it and touch the butt.
I mean,
He ain't gonna be able to say it all, is he?
Yeah. Thorin, what? Are you back? Are you here?
I'm back.
Just thinking out loud. You know, as our good friend Tavis has, you know, touched it twice and made it back fine. Should we all touch it at the same time
Sure.
and see what happens?
What did he tell you, Thorin?
Nothing, because Daryl never left.
It was
I mean,
so quiet.
I know we said meta was okay, but
So I propose we all touch the obelisk.
It was oh so quiet, but the ground shook for some reason.
really?
Right. I've walked over as well now to finger bang the thing.
So if everyone agrees, let's go finger bang together.
Yeah.
Circle jerk.
Yeah.
I'll Dutch rudder anybody.
Wow, it's got dark real quick. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3.
Tavis runs away.
Finger bang.
As all your hands descend on it, it turns into a massive pink phallus.
Yeah.
We've
Why is
just
this a
done
yogurt fountain?
That's
No,
true.
as your hands all reach forward and touch the obelisk at the same time, you all hear.
The milk's gone bad.
I cast my eye into the future and see yours as a perilous descent. South of here, beyond the secret passage, waits a two-headed king. Look to his left. There you will see the path you are destined to take. And the voice stops.
Well, it's pretty much exactly what Tavis told us, to be fair.
But he didn't say we were doomed.
No, it's fine. Yeah. Unlucky.
Perilous
Okay.
descent, though. A perilous descent sounds fairly dooming to me. That's just
Oh, that's
Tavis's
what-
interpretation of things based on his recent life and death experience.
Yeah, then
But
you're
having
well within
recalled
your
it-
thing to think that.
Having recalled it quite well, Tavis takes a little bow and says, "Shall we to the south?"
That was actually taken from the foreword of the book that Tavis is going to write about life and death later on in his.
Yeah.
Right, let's be honest. It's not a book Tavis is going to write. It's going to be a book that his autobiographer writes.
Yeah.
I mean, can
keep
we just say
swimming.
ghostwriter?
Yes.
Nice.
He's here for one more week.
She's lucky.
Is he? Is he though? Is he?
Well.
We got
Is
more
he?
corridors.
Guess
Yeah.
who's dead? Dead again.
Okay,
Right.
so where are we going to make our way down to now then?
Making my way down.
South?
Should we go down south?
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Right. So just before we do go, that party token's not emitting any form of light for me. So in a second, it'll disappear out my view forever.
Well, let me just alter that then.
So it doesn't need to be like mega range. We can you can say what we see based off of.
So are we supposed to slowly move our characters behind the party token? Is that the plan?
No, we can just move the party token to wherever we go as a party, and then if we encounter something or we get to a nice room, we can all move our tokens there. Maybe, I don't know. It's just something to play with.
Okay.
Just thinking outside the box. Chicken
What's
donut.
the black thing that we can't see past in this corner? Not corner, but just
Corner.
to the north of the party token now.
Where? Here?
How do you do the ping thing?
Oh.
Just to Isla's
Here?
left.
Here?
Oh, sorry, not Isla. I was lost in the wrong character. Here, this thing.
The door.
The door?
Ah, there's a door.
D&D
Fucking hell,
and
mate.
doors.
Look, doors
God
are
damn it.
famously
Damn
complicated for
you,
D&D.
doors!
Why can't I
Have we not
see
been in
this
there?
hinged, handled? Yeah, that's where we came from, I think.
I think
Yes,
it
yeah.
is, yeah.
I can't see through this handled, hinged thing.
It's like Planet of the Apes, but with doors.
It's the door to the vulva garden.
And my
So-
next character is going to be an animated door.
So straight south of us, there's like a little alcove. What's down there?
A wall.
When you go find out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one.
Yeah.
I'm going to stand by.
Yeah. Take a look down here. Look for secret doors.
Oh,
That is south.
then you can roll an investigation. Roll for searching.
That is not very good. That is a 6.
I mean, it's stone like the rest of it. Nothing here of scattered litter from the goblins, but that's about it.
Doesn't seem to be anything down here, guys.
I mean, we all heard him. He definitely said to the south. We couldn't go the other, like that other path that we were looking at. It is south, but it's southwest.
Yeah.
Has anyone got anything that helps them to identify hidden stuff or magic or anything like that? Has anybody got spells that would help in that event? I think we need to.
I can cast detect magic, but it takes me 10 minutes to do.
It has to take you 10 minutes,
Yeah.
or you can do it either way.
No, I have to cast it as a ritual.
Well, I'm happy to hang out here whilst you do that. If somebody else wants to, if you other guys want to kind of explore the path to the southwest. But I think we've just heard Hallister himself tell us the path to the south. And this eye is looking straight at us in a southerly direction. I
Is
think
the eye
we
looking straight down that corridor, is it?
well, we can see where the obelisk is and we can see where south is. Unless I've misinterpreted that.
I mean, it could be quite a literal interpretation.
When we were looking at the obelisk, with the eye, was there like any holes in it or anything like that?
So holes where in the obelisk itself.
Yeah, or in the eye or something like that. I'm thinking along the lines of, is there somewhere maybe we could shine a light through it to make it cast a beam on something?
You'd have to investigate it.
How tall was it? How tall was the obelisk? How high up was the eye?
14 foot to the top of the obelisk.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys are happy, I'll sit here and ritually cast it. It'll be alive for 10
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah, back on. Do that. I think it's helpful.
What are you casting?
Detect magic.
In the
What are you
meantime,
casting it on? Oh, it's just it's an area, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a
himself,
30-foot
yeah.
radius. And once it's cast, I'll check the alcove and then I'll check the obelisk.
Okay. How long is the casting? Sorry. 10
It
minutes.
takes 10 minutes to cast and it lasts 10 minutes.
Is anyone doing anything in those 10 minutes whilst Thurin's
Yeah, I'll
Fair enough.
say.
I'll
Hey,
take
Nick.
I'll take a walk down to the end of the corridor and see if anything on the wall. Look for anything on the wall. See if we can find any secret doors.
Yeah, I'm walking behind Talion.
Okay, roll an investigation check.
7. Jesus.
Not that you can tell.
Okay.
I've rolled a 20.
I'm
Not natural.
Are you where you are though?
Who are you talking about?
I was
Talion's
up
not.
here. Yeah. Come.
Are you searching where
Talion's
Talion is
down.
now? Are you?
Yeah, because I've just come around the corner.
And you're searching for secret doors?
Anything?
Yeah, roll an investigation check.
Did 20?
20.
Not natural.
No, it's yeah, solid stone.
It's corridor.
Yeah, just a corridor, yeah. Leading off into the dark from where you are on the elbow.
Yep.
Morphos is a pretty big dude, isn't he?
Yeah, he's 6'4".
Morphos, do you reckon whilst Thorin's doing that, you can kind of give me a boost and I'll try and climb up this pillar and try and investigate this, specifically this eye bit?
Absolutely.
I can like stand on your shoulders and I'll be nearly at the height of where I need to be.
Yep. Come here, Sandy Jim.
I mean, is there any reason that we've got to disbelieve what he's turned around and said? Like, if he's saying the path to the south is doomed or something, do you reckon it's worth not going directly south and trying to find this door?
But he says, in our future is a perilous descent. We follow the path to the south and see the two-headed king. The face behind a secret passage. The face to the left is where our destiny awaits. So I don't know if it's necessarily a threat or more like advice. And we can choose to take it or not, but knowing there's a secret passage.
Yeah, but didn't Hallister set this whole thing up so that people couldn't get to him?
But then I guess we're in a double bluff question then, aren't we, really? If he's given us a clue to say there's a secret passage, I think it's probably worth finding the secret passage, and then we've got to decide which face of the two-headed king we follow. I mean, we could just ignore it altogether, but that might just lead to us roaming round and round and round level 1 forevermore.
Well, we need to do that anyway to find the map room.
We do want to do that, that's true. Anyway, give us a boost, Morphos, whilst we're waiting for this detect magic, and that might shed some more light on things. So I'll try and, standing on Morphos's shoulders or upraised arms, investigate the eye specifically on this obelisk.
Okay, just roll roll an acrobatics check for Morthos, please, and also roll a investigation check then for Tavis.
Cool. Got a nat 20 on the investigation, plus 5 for 25.
19 for acrobatics.
Okay. Yeah, so are you standing to the north then of the... Are you standing where you're standing now? Are you standing to the north of it, looking south? Which way? What's your orientation?
Standing facing the eye, and that's what I'm trying to investigate, the eye itself.
Yeah, okay. So the eye itself has been carved into the obelisk as just an eye, no lid, and then it's been decorated in terms of colouring to make it stand out against the stone itself. Looking around it, there don't seem to be any holes or features other than it just being part of the stone.
Okay, cool. Is there any recesses in it at all, or anything like that? Any little ledge or anything like that?
In the actual obelisk itself, to maybe climb up it.
No, just where the eye is carved or whatever. Would there be like a little space, anything like that?
I mean, it's recessed. It's because it's carved into the stone itself, but it's only the carving.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
What is it? What is it?
Uh,
What is it you thinking might be there?
Nothing there necessarily, just for no real reason other than the fact I don't believe or perceive or think that many people will have ever actually been up here. I'm gonna just take out a few copper pieces and just line them on the recess, like say 5. How many of us are there? 6 copper pieces, and just line them on the bottom of the eye and just leave them there, just because I don't think probably anyone's ever made it up to that point to investigate, because it was a weird thing to do, and just do that.
Okay. Yeah, you balance them up there and before climbing down.
Thanks for this, Morthos. Don't really think I figured anything out, but you a strong boy.
Anytime. Did you find what you were looking for up there?
Not really. The clue from this obelisk is clearly the clue we've got, so let's see if Thorin comes up with anything with his magic detection.
It's worth a go.
Was worth a go, thank you.
I don't go down.
Say what?
I have to like.
Couldn't hear you there, mate.
Do what? Can I carry on going where I'm going, or have I got to stop?
What's up to you?
Yeah,
Just
I'm
wherever
gonna
you're
go.
going, just take your time and make sure you keep an eye out for anything that looks dangerous or trappy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
At this point, I'll turn into a mastiff.
Okay. Yeah, transforming yourself. Yeah, down into the mastiff. What's everyone else doing?
I'm just waiting for this detect magic to finish.
I'd say that you were there now.
Okay. I head down into that alcove and have another look around there, seeing if I can see anything with an aura, and then I have a look at the obelisk close up. I'm expecting to see something from the obelisk, but
Yeah, you look down the passageway. There's nothing that you can see that's showing any sort of visible signs of being magic.
Mhm.
Turning around and then heading back up towards the obelisk, you can see that is that has an aura of magic around it.
yeah.
Does it give you the skill with detect magic?
Should do.
I think it does, yeah.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. So you would get a sense of. Did say on him, sure I did. I think it was obturation, but Oh no, sorry, it wasn't. No, you get a faint aura of divination magic.
Okay. Yeah, so I was expecting to see something coming off that anyway, so not really that shocked. So I'll head down the other path and try and catch up with the party.
Okay.
Any joy on the secret door? Sorry,
No, nothing.
secret passage.
And the obelisk
Weird.
is
I'm walking along the
glowing, but
corridor.
we already knew that. Daryl, just so you're aware, I can't see what the party token sees.
No, don't know why.
So-
It's open to
Sorry,
everyone.
we can play with it. Should we meander down as the party, then back to follow the mastiff?
Yeah.
Can I open
I
the
use me
door?
sense of smell and hearing to try and detect something, anything, people.
Yeah, you can roll a perception check. You get advantage on that, don't you?
So one, forget that one.
I'm going to open the door.
Okay. As you step in, Negan, you can see that there is a 30-foot across the west wall, against that wall, from floor to ceiling, and 30 foot across, is a huge depiction. It's looks quite intricate and quite complicated, and it looks like images of the depictions sort of stacked on depictions on depictions. You can see that there are brass circles along the sides. There's a few of them along the sides, and it's really quite intricate. In the center of the room, you can also see that there is a 10-foot square pit located really centrally to that room.
Can I hear any noises?
Make a perception check.
Natural 20.
You can hear a shuffling. You can hear what sounds like boots on loose dirt. You got that sort of scraping sound, and you can hear almost like a mumbling, inaudible sort of mumbling
Okay.
coming from the pit.
I'm going to call, because the door's open still, isn't it? The one that I've just
Yep.
opened. I'm going to call through because I see the group behind and just say, everyone come and have a look at this. And then move slightly further into the room, but like just so everyone can then get into it.
Okay.
Suppose we'll all shuffle in.
Yeah, do what he said.
So is it 10 foot wide or 10 foot deep pit?
10 by 10 pit. 10 foot.
Okay.
The east wall has got this intricate depiction on it.
The east wall.
Sorry, west wall. Sorry.
Okay, the west wall.
The
We shouldn't be able to see this pit, should we?
You can see the pit. Yeah.
Like, should I be able to see it on roll 20?
Yeah, the pit's no, the pit's there. This is what I'm saying.
Right.
It's not the
Yes,
map's
yeah,
not
yeah,
populated.
yeah. Not populated. Yeah, got you. Sorry, man. And the east wall is a big mural, something.
The west wall, yeah.
Sorry, west. Fuck.
Tallinn, can we still talk to you now that you're a dog?
Oof.
Yeah, you can call him a good boy.
You probably can, but I don't know if I'm going to answer you back.
No.
Yeah, but you might be able to do 1 woof for yes, 2 woofs for no.
Do we know if he can understand us? He keeps on doing this without any warning.
Says the guy who keeps dying without any warning.
I mean, we were in a fight. That's kind of a warning.
Can
Anyway.
I look into the pit and see if I can see anybody, mate?
Yep. As you make your way to look over, you can hear that this sound is getting it's increasing in volume. As you poke your head over, you see a human male, and they look up at you, and you see this corpse-like figure. You can see that they're pale green in colour, ashen grey. This corpse of an image.
Is it a zombie?
And they sort of look up and look up at you and I could do with some help getting out of here, please. He starts
What's your name?
wheeze. He looks up and he says, "My name is Haleth."
Aleth, how long have you been in there for?
Well, a couple of days. The party I was with, they double crossed me.
So it looks like he's had a hell of a couple of days.
Killed it.
Can I make my way over as well?
Like instant death. Daryl's like, you die.
Can I get an impression of this guy, like what I think about what he's saying, if I feel like he's legitimate?
He looks, to your eyes, he looks undead, but the undead don't really communicate like this. Roll an insight check.
Got a natural 20 for a total of 19. I'm not good at that, apparently.
For what he said, it's hard to gauge someone you just met, but for what he said, it sounds plausible that he's been double crossed.
Can I ask him what he was down here for in the first place?
I fell in with a party. They were called the Fine Fellows of Daggerford. That name seems to have a tinge of irony now. We had a disagreement over the treasures and plunders that we'd amassed so far. I think they were holding something back, and then they turned.
What did you found?
There's nothing of major value. We were going to go deeper and stake our claim, make our money, give ourselves names. Maybe it was seemed like a good idea at the time. Oh, when I challenged them, they turned on me. I was being pretty hard. I was thrown in this pit, and then I died.
And then what?
There I died.
Died?
Oh.
So
So
you're dead.
My last thought before everything went black was of pure hatred, was of pure anger and fury and need to revenge. When I awoke, if you can call it that, those feelings remained. I think I've been given a chance to earn my revenge. I think I've been brought back solely to get my revenge.
By who?
He sort of turns to look at you. By who what?
Who do you think brought you back?
I don't know. It just went black. I came back and I can feel them around me. I can close my eyes and I can sense them. And I'll find them and I will kill them. And then I will be at rest.
I say, Halif, you didn't. You and your so-called fine fellows of Daggerford didn't happen to find the map room, did you?
You're blind. It's there on the wall. Every layer is a level of this dungeon. Every one of them. This
I found it. I found it.
this is the map room.
Very
Oh,
good.
once they found that, they thought that, well, one of them already has a map. So
They
they-
proceeded further down, do you think?
yeah. Well, there's one less now to cut in on the spoils.
Sure, sure. But then
Look,
we're hot on their heels. We could help you to take your revenge and share it amongst a lot of us.
I don't care for wealth. I don't care for whatever's down here. All I care about, every fiber of my being cares about, is their death and my revenge. Now,
Do,
if you help me out, I can lead you to them.
does
Alice?
he seem trustworthy?
Roll insight.
It seems on the level to me, is that?
Yeah, it's 14.
You've never roll a history check.
Nope. 5.
You've never seen anything like this. Obviously, you've come across undead in the last mine. You came across some undead there, but you've never seen anything like this, where the undead themselves are conscious beings, and everything he seems to be saying, you get a feeling that it's true.
So he's not a ghost. He's an undead being, but he's got active, live consciousness, if you will.
Yeah.
I mean, Tavis, some would say that's like you.
You are doing yourself a huge disservice there, Islam, my friend. You are not a necromancer, as far as I'm aware, and your clerical skills and abilities you're doing yourself down.
Well, you would be amazed how often those paths cross.
Alice?
Well,
I'm
He
all
looks up at you.
I'm all for revenge. But one, how were you planning on getting out of this pit?
Well, this was my first obstacle, and as you can see, I've been down here for a while. And while
Yeah.
I'm down here, I am losing ground.
Yeah, you're looking grisly there, my man. And other than that, obviously undead is that if we let you out, how do we know that you're not going to try and eat us?
I'll keep an eye on them. I have a thing with undead people, and
As
I
you
can
can,
do
as you're sort of,
shuffle to them.
as you're sort of looking at it, you can see that he has the distinct characteristics of a half elf, and he sort of looks you dead in the eye, Negan, and he says, "Have you ever wanted revenge so bad that it burns? Well, it burnt me back to life, and I need to get out of this pit. Now, all I can offer in return is what they have, because when I kill them, they will have no more need for it. Now, I don't know what your plan is here."
As he says that, my chain of returning is just dropping down into the pit.
He reaches up and coils his arm around it. You see that the strength in the arm, he's not weak, and he sort of nods and ready for you to help him out. He starts to pull his feet working against the pit. You can sort of see the pit as well is it's smooth stone. It looks like it should probably go deeper, but it looks like it's been filled with rubble and whatever else that's sort of gathered over the years.
Yeah, I just thought I just pull him into.
Just make a strength check.
What's the fucking point? I'm gonna do it. That would be
Natural one.
Yeah. That would be 16. Sorry.
Yeah. You pull him up, and you can sort of see that. You can see that there's a lot of color. The color in his skin is very different, no matter where you're looking, with bruising and whatever else. And he sort of reaches up and pulls you out. He gets pulled out. He sort of takes a knee and starts to adjust some of his clothing. He sort of looks around, starts to shake his head. They even had my holy symbol. Can you believe that? They took everything.
Who did you follow in life?
I suppose that's not really relevant anymore.
So be it. Do you have a weapon as we pursue your former colleagues?
I have nothing.
Oh, really strange noises there, guys.
Yeah, really.
Paul is taken off in a spaceship.
Ground control to Major Paul.
While I've still got the last bits of detect magic up, could I take a look at the map on the wall, please?
And can I just ask Thalion to use his mastiff snout to see if he can, like, I just go, Thalion, see if you can sniff out some fresh air or see if there's any drafts coming through any of these walls that could maybe be concealing a secret door. The crafty old mutt.
And the Halif, who's just sort of kneeling there, goes, "Secret door. It's there. It's on that wall." he just points to the south.
And
Well done, Thalion. Good job, old chap.
Halif, do you have a preferred weapon?
I will kill them with my bare hands. But if you have something, then I'll happily take it.
As he says that, I just want to pat him on the back and go, "Yeah, you will."
I'll hand him. I'll hand him a scythe that I've got, and say this may be appropriate for the objectives that you seek to accomplish.
I also.
Sorry, what'd you give him?
It's a scythe. I got it from the underground layer where they were milking those myconids for the with the elder brain back in Waterdeep.
Cool.
They had scythes that they were using for carving them up. So
I've also
scythe,
got,
him being a
also got
harbinger of death.
I've also got a fancy shield. If that's unless anyone wants this fancy shield.
I just gave you that. Are you joking me?
Give it the zombie.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Well. The thing about it is, I've already got a shield, and technically, I've got it in my team inventory, not my inventory.
Which fancy shield?
No, we've got this was you got me one bespokely made, didn't you?
Yeah. That not
Yeah,
money me.
No, this is just a generic fancy shield.
Okay.
Because I think everyone who wanted a shield bought a shield, and then we got a fancy shield, which have been lugging
Yeah.
around. So
We swapped shields, didn't we? I gave you the fancy one, and you gave me your old one.
Negan's got a really
Yeah.
fancy one.
Yeah, boy.
Wolf
Base.
class shield.
Who the fuck was that guy?
What are his clothes like? Are they like in tatters?
No, they're not.
Yeah.
They're not completely ruined.
Can you
2 days.
cast? Can you cast your favorite caster prestidigitations on him?
I think.
He's safe.
I think he's beyond it, to be honest.
Make him feel good.
Okay, I cast prestidigitation to make him smell better.
There's the word.
His hair looks more presentable.
And I reach into the bag of holding and pull out one of the robes that we collected from one of the Asmodeus robes.
I'm sure I've got a pot of grease. Maybe you can use it like hair gel on him.
Asmodeus.
Brill cream.
Yeah. Wet look. Wet look stronghold.
He looks at the robe and he's. I have no need.
I put it back in the
I
bag of
want them
holding
to
then.
see me come in.
Can I ask how many people were in your group?
You said, didn't he?
No.
No, he didn't say how many were in it.
Well, they were called. Oh no, the Fine Fellows, not the Five Fellows.
I thought it said the 5 fellows.
Yeah, it's the fine fellows of Daggerford.
But there is also 5 of them.
That's like it's like a head book. It's like 6 of them or something.
And they are famous.
Like Slipknot.
Or secret if there's 7.
We lost one of our members trolling through the around this level. I came in here. We finally found the map room. Copper Stormforge. He turned on me first. He's a dwarf that you obviously couldn't tell.
You got beaten by a
Midna.
dwarf?
Midna Torbirth and Rex the Hammer. And when it started arguing, demanding to see what they were pocketing, well, that's when it all turned.
So there's 3 of them.
There were 3 with us. We'd lost one of our number.
What was the last one called?
Rex the Hammer.
Rex the Hammer.
So there
I
was
assume
5
is it.
then.
I assume is a dog. So Copper's a dwarf.
Copper Stormforge, Midna Torber, and Rex the Hammer.
assuming you come along with us and we're gonna end up doing battle with these, can you give us a skinny on each of them so we can figure out how best to deal with them and help you?
I don't need your help.
We'd literally just helped you out. You literally just asked for our help.
I will kill, or I will not rest.
Right, but
We
you're
should
not
at least have
helping
you
us.
track them down.
Look, I can sense them. I can feel them. All I
That's
need
great.
is help finding my way to them, and then I will do the rest.
Do you know where they were going next, as in what they were looking for next?
Down. One of them had a map, the third level.
Of the third level?
They were pretty confident of
Did any-
negotiating.
Take a picture of this. Get a drawing of this map.
Did anyone mention a wand while you've been down here?
No.
Yeah, do you guys know the way to Willowwood?
Or Amarillo?
No, we had information on the third. We were going to try and get there with some haste, figure things out, and then move on from there.
So what's this map look like? What can we see when we look at the map? Is there any details on it?
Oh, you're talking about the wall now, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, very, very detailed. In terms of
Take a note.
sort of each level is sort of depicted sort of one on top of each other, almost slightly like sort of 3D and angled. Thorin, as you're making your way towards it, you can see that there are 3 brass discs, flat, and they're not sort of evenly spaced. They're sort of spaced alongside the levels, and you can see that they are glowing. They have that. They have an aura to them as your detect magic is up.
And are those glowing discs on level 1 and 10?
No, you can see that one is next to level 3, one is next to level 16, and one is next to the 23rd and lowest level. Each one is engraved with its own symbol.
What's the symbol look like? Is it a word or anything like that?
No, it's an image. As you're looking down, the one that's next to the 3rd level
Yeah.
has got a flaming skull. The one below that looks to be like a comet. And the one below that looks to be a tower with a symbol or glyph above it.
I point these out to Isla, who's having a look as well. So you see these 3 discs here. There's something something magical about them.
I'll take a little closer look. Do they look like buttons?
Yeah, they have a brass ring around, or copper ring around it. When I say copper or brass, whatever it was, a ring around it, and then it's sort of sitting in the middle, quite large, next to the level, and then the image engraved into it.
I look at Thorin in the eyes and then push the button on level 3.
Oh shit!
So reaching out and pushing the flaming skull, you hear a disembodied male voice fill the room, and you hear the words, "Gate access to Skullport is disabled.
Oh. So Skullport must be on level 3 then.
And you just close the gate.
Mm,
No, I think.
said it was disabled.
Yeah, I think
No,
it
it
always
is.
was. Yeah.
So maybe something's stopping us from getting to level 3 from here.
Or maybe you just turned it off by pressing the button.
I reckon the pit that he's in is where the portal normally appears. Do I see like any markings on the floor around the pit?
Oh, well, so we
Make an
can,
investigation
you said someone had
or
filled it in.
perception.
You had detect magic when you walked in.
Yeah. Roll poorly.
He's rolled poorly.
Purely.
9.
Nine.
No, it's just a stone. As you get down, have a look, see if there's anything that's maybe worn. But there's nothing there.
What was the second brass symbol on for level? Was it level 10? And what was the
16.
symbol?
It was a comet.
16, it was a comet.
16. Comet. Okay, thank you.
And then 23, which was a tower and a glyph.
Push 3 again, let's see what it says.
I push 3 again.
Gate access to Skullport disabled.
Okay.
It's doubly disabled now.
Try 16.
Okay, I push 16.
Careful! What if it takes in there?
As you push it, gate access to Star Dock from level 16 only.
Okay.
Sorry, mate, I couldn't hear you then.
Is it the same voice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Alistair?
Roll insight.
Or is it the computer from Star Trek? I got 18, 19
It's
minus
Holly
1.
from Red Dwarf.
That was who I was thinking of.
The
It's Hal. I'm
Hal, yeah,
sorry.
that's who I was thinking
can't
of,
wait to
yeah.
do that.
No, Holly from Red Dwarf
Um,
is way better. Sorry, Dave. It doesn't look good.
so very similar. Yeah, very similar.
Okay. But also, can it just be Hal from Red Dwarf?
And then lastly, for an absolute giggle, I stare at Tavis dead in the eye and push the button on level 23.
No!
And cast thaumaturgy.
Gate access to Hallister's Tower from level 23 only.
Hallister's Tower.
Okay.
So you can come back up here from.
That last one was the voice of Gary Lineker. Thought you needed the work.
Yeah, so you
Wow.
can come back up here through it, but can't get down there.
You put a little rat emoji on it.
That's the glitch. It's a rat
Yeah.
glitch.
A little rat grip.
Alright, okay. So that's interesting to know.
Okay. So we've got a secret door, a map which Tavis is making a drawing of.
Yeah, so I'm going to work on that with my cartographer's tools. But I'm also going to...
Some of the details you're picking up there, Tavis. So at the top of the map itself, you can clearly see that there is a surface to it, that you can actually see that within it is buildings and also this carving of a mountain, which you recognise as being Waterdeep.
Okay.
Each of the levels below it has its own sort of stylistic side view, although there's no names to it. Yeah.
So this is like a map of the Undermountain rather than a map of each level.
Yeah, it looks to be what you would consider to be the sort of the complete sort of aspect of the dungeon itself. Each layer.
but I'm not
But
getting
you're only sort of getting a stylized view
Yes, okay.
of what it looks like.
Yeah, I'm not getting
It's not sort of
corridors,
looking
doors, all that sort of
different.
stuff.
No, you're not getting a.
I'm not getting
You're
a
not getting,
DM's dungeon map, which I would
no,
dearly,
but,
dearly love.
but what you're sort of seeing really is the grand scale and the enormity of the
crazy
place
it
that
is.
you're in.
Yeah. Yep. I want to take my time to do as best as I can to try and make a copy of this just for future reference, in case we lose our minds down here or whatever. Just to do that, and try and attach as well to work with Thorin a bit on his notes and how he'd mapped out where we've been from the pillar room up to where we are now, the obelisk, the different fights that we've had, the mirror, just to try and kind of get that drawn out a little bit onto some parchment, which comes with my cartographer's tools, just for future reference, and in case we get lost, and in case we go crazy. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to spend as much of my time doing until the next time somebody else tells us. And in fact, I'll probably call over to Halef and say, does this seem to tally with your experience and what you know of where we are? And see if he can't help me, as I hand him a scythe and promise to help him avenge his untimely death.
So looks at you and says, "I'll be honest. This is the full extent of my experience. We're now at the same point. But can I ask you, do you happen to see anyone else? Someone else, maybe? I don't know. There was another one of our party. We got split. We ran into some Gricks, and he wasn't with them. I don't feel the desire to find him. I don't feel like he'll put my soul at ease. His name was Kellim anyway.
His name was what?
Kellim the Weasel, they call him.
We managed to spot a couple of Gricks and deliberately avoid them, so we might know where he is. Probably. I mean, you can probably chalk him off your list. Yeah, one man versus some Gricks is not a good combo, is it?
Well, I'm here for one reason and one reason. Let's call it 3 reasons. And once they've gone, I know I'll feel rest.
Which one of your colleagues had the map, by the way?
I don't know which one. I know that at some point I had hold of the map, but I don't know who has it now.
Okay, perhaps if we could make an effort to not kill them in a giant ball of fire, the map might serve us some further purpose, seeing as we're helping each other out here.
Just nods.
Do you have magical abilities?
I did. I was a cleric.
Do any of those
I don't know. I've not even
preserve beyond the grave?
I don't feel like I've got that ability.
Okay.
While this is all going on, I go to the door at the top of the room.
Can you open the door?
No, I'm going to sniff and listen.
I'll go. I'll go and stand next to him, but I'll be careful as I make my way over, just checking the floor and the walls for any traps or any of the pits or stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, you can smell that there's a draft coming through the door, but there's nothing that's standing out. Just make a perception check.
Do you get advantage as a mastiff for hearing or listening?
Yeah, I think you
Yeah.
just
Keen smell. What's that?
keen smelling, hearing. Yeah.
22.
The air smells as the air does down here. You don't get any sort of sense of anything else coming from under the door. Sound wise, it's quiet apart from what's going on behind you.
I open the door.
I give
There's a
Tavis.
mastiff in your way.
I give Tavis a nudge and say, and just nod over in their direction. I was like, you should get him a saddle next time.
The mastiff.
For Isley, yeah. Isley and the Mastiff.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Ooh. Can you fashion or conjure? Can you prestidigitation a saddle?
No, sadly not.
Yeah. It's good to have dreams.
Okay, what are you guys doing?
You know how long it's going to take Tavis to do his drawings?
I mean, how long are you willing to invest in it? Is the question.
Tavis will keep going until everybody says, right, we're moving now. I think Tavis is fairly happy trying to put some work in on this because he thinks it's pretty important. This is a map, it's pretty serious. Pretty important. Yeah.
I'm going to go to the end of this corridor.
Remember, there's a secret door to our south.
Well, we found the map room. We know the secret door is to the south, and that's where we think his friends have gone down to the next level. So maybe we go south.
So I'm not going to spend a whole day on it. I'm going to like take it down as much as I can. Try and get a good rendition. Spend. If the guys end up giving me the hurry up, then it'd be like fine. That's
Got it, AJ.
I was saying, obviously, does Thurin think there's a hidden door in this room?
We know there is.
no, it means the room he's just gone into.
The corridor that you're in.
No, the room that they're all in. Is there a hidden room in there?
Yes.
Yeah, the undead Halith has pointed the area where the door is.
Well, I'll come back then, and obviously, has Thurin got anything he can do to try and find out where it is, or how we get out open?
I go over to where I think the door is and look over to Haleth. Care to do the honours?
Just make an investigation check with advantage.
14.
Chloe.
You You find that there's a door.
Ding dong.
And what do I see when I look through the door?
More corridor. This time without sharp edges, but more of a winding corridor.
Okay. Yeah, so it's up to you guys. We can head south or head north.
I think if we'll head south, but should we get Halith to obviously go in the front, see if he can sense his pals along the way? I mean, they've got to be further away than this because he's been in there a few days.
Yeah.
Want to lead the way?
Do you want me to roll anything down for this map situation?
I'd say for what you've got, really, it's detailed to the eye. You can see it. You can see what the levels that
Fairly
you've got,
basic,
and then
yeah.
you've also made some loose notes around what you've heard in the buttons and things like that. So I'd say that you're pretty much going to get what you need pretty quickly. It's a lovely piece of artwork. It's not really giving you
Yeah, secrets
a
or
lot of the
anything like
answers.
that. Yeah, okay. Sweet.
Have you got a picture of it that you can send us? You.
Won't be as good as the picture of Isla and
Have I got a picture? No.
Okay.
Italian.
Should we stealthily and slowly make our way down this corridor?
Yeah, do you want me to take point, guys? I don't mind going first.
Yeah, I'm happy for you
Yeah,
to do
but
that. You're stealth,
I'm gonna
the most
I'm gonna go.
stealthiest of us.
I'm gonna go at the back. Is it where maybe the mastiff going alongside you, Tavis?
Yeah, that sounds good. Heal.
Bites his leg.
Gonna say,
Brave.
won't be the like, so you're going, fella.
You can't talk as a dog. I don't know that you don't. You know, dogs appreciate being commanded. That's what they live for. Okay, I'll start to slowly and stealthily make my way down this corridor, DM, and I'll stop there whilst you tell me what I need to do.
You can roll a stealth check. The corridor seems to wind away in front of you.
Yeah, I got 24 to stealth.
Okay.
And I shall move again.
That's what I say.
No,
We all following behind, stealthing, yeah.
Move my entire screen.
All stealthy, stealthy.
Okay, roll stealth checks.
11.
Hello there.
23.
Oh, also 11.
14.
5.
Is
Okay, so lowest is 5.
Haleth stealthing?
Give me 1 second. I'll get his stat block.
Do you want me to drag him along with Thurin?
I'm going to say apart from
I'm not sure it'll let you have to have a look 1 sec.
apart from our good boy Doggo, you should all be a bit behind, shouldn't you? Italian. Italian or Thalian? What are you saying, Tom?
Italian.
The age old,
As in Thomas.
as in Italian.
As in Thomas. As in TH.
The Italian Christmas donkey.
It's not Thomas, is it?
I don't know. I'm not going to lie to you. There's a Thomas in work that I occasionally call Thomas.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But then I'm a bit of a thit.
Right, now I can see it. Right, it's okay. I've done his stealth check. Who's controlling?
I've currently got control of the party and is and moving it down as.
I've
Thingy
stuck
bobby
next to
going.
him. So I'll drag them together if you want.
I don't think I'll let you move him, will it? Just bring him down.
Okay.
Negan mounted him straight away. Straight on him.
I can't get through. The door's gone.
Here's the door.
And I go, are we moving forwards slowly, Tavis?
Yeah, I'm just keep moving. I was just waiting for us all to decide. Like,
Yeah, just keep going slowly. Keep checking for traps. I would keep looking around.
This appears to be a dead end to Tavis now.
Is there another secret door, mayhaps? If we come through a secret door, would it be feasible, like it's a back alley to a secret door?
I'll do some investigation rings and seeing what's happening here.
Thalian, do you want to
See if
sniff out
Thalian
some?
can sniff something out.
The alien.
Rap Talion, can you sniff out any air?
Aye.
To roll investigation, Daryl?
Yeah.
That's 7.
Yeah, mine's not right. It's 13.
Yeah, you're having a sniff around, and was that with the advantage? Was it?
No, it wasn't.
It'd be a perception.
With the advantage is 17.
Yeah, you feel that, and you can smell that there's sort of a draft coming from the east wall where you are.
Okay. At that point, then I'll turn back into myself.
Yeah. You weren't going to stand there looking at it, wagging your tail, like you want to go out for a shit.
You're just picking on the dog now. It's bullying.
As Talion turns into himself, I'll say, "Who's a good boy?"
And he squats and takes a shit.
Oh, sorry, force of habit.
Yeah. I tell them I can sense there's a draft coming from the wall.
So
There's a possible secret door.
can I specifically look towards the east then, the east wall, and see if I can't investigate that?
Yeah, roll investigation with advantage.
The first one's a natural 20 for a 25. The second one was a natural 20 for a 25. Jesus. Right.
Yeah,
Far
you
away
can
to
see
the
that there's
20.
you can see that there's a door. You start to map out where the door is in front of you. Can you see that door now on the map?
Yeah.
Maybe you should listen to see if there's anything the other side of the door, you whopper.
Thomas is super excited. He's going in.
At least he's obviously opened it.
Tavis dies. We've seen this before.
Done it. He was excited. I was excited. Matt was excited. Tom was excited. It's happened.
Leroy.
Let's see. Should we all follow that lunatic in, or just wait to see if he dies first? Well, don't all rush at once.
So I've gone into the room
Women.
10 feet.
Roll a perception check for Tavis.
12.
12. You can see that this room is large, open space, littered with the same shite that you've seen in other rooms, bones and whatever else. Not maybe to that level, but you can see that it's scattered around. 12. Yeah. Let me just make a quick look.
Is that undead bloke?
You can see that just off to the south, east is the edge of what looks like a statue.
Okay.
Sort of poking around this sort of wall pillar that's in the middle of the room.
Okay.
And you can also see from where you are. Hang on one sec. You can also see that in the middle, sort of mound, just also like a little mound of like dirt that sort of looks like it's been put there, is this sort of quite thick fungus.
Okay. We'll just shout back to the guys. Yeah, there's a statue in here, and then some. It's pretty old. To try to see kind of fungusy kind of situation. Doesn't seem to be any immediate threat. I mean, Halif, do you want to come and see if you recognise any of this?
Salif comes through from the back and walking up and sort of whispers to you, "Look at what? I've never been in this room before."
Yeah, I mean, just yeah, good. I mean, anything, any insight you could give. We're moving forwards. We're tracking your friends, so you know, you'd want to be a front and center ish. Because you said fungus, can I make a check to see if anything resonates with me with regards to my Conid experience that Tavis unfortunately had?
Make a nature check.
Naturally. 22.
Oof. No, this doesn't strike you as anything that's myconid related. Although you have seen one of these in the past. This type of fungus, when you get too close to it, emits a loud shrieking sound, which
Okay.
then lends its name to this fungus called a shrieker.
Okay, careful guys. Do not go too close to this thing. It's a dangerous fungus. If you get proximity is like the trigger for it to try and attack us. Let's just take a wide berth and leave it be, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll head in through the door and head south. Stop about there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say I'm at the back of the group, so I'll just stand about there. So we go into the room or south?
What can I see from here down?
To the east, you can see that this room sort of opens up. You can see partly sort of exits to the south. Like an exit to the south, to the east inside the room. You can also see that the tunnel continues to go south from where you are, and then to the west, you can see that there's a dark tunnel which is steeply descending
Right,
with
okay.
steps.
Descending.
Yeah. I'll say to the guys, looks like there's a staircase down this way.
Well, we need to go down. We found the map room.
Yeah, do you want to have a look around in here first? See what the statue
Was
is.
that know where the shrieking stuff is?
Yeah, how far do we need to stay away from it, Tavis?
Yeah. How far? I rolled a 22.
Tavis, as you step into that room, you
I'm
hear
taking my bed.
this high-pitched, screeching sound. It pierces your ears as it, and it is really, really loud. Everyone, you all hear it.
That can't be good.
I suppose with that, I'm going to take out my bow and arrow.
Trying to know what's that funny.
Who's
So,
giggling?
on a summon having a real good laugh there, Jay.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Was it your ass that's laughing then, is it?
Maybe.
Okay. I would like everyone to roll initiative.
Oh.
Shit. Sorry, guys.
No, you're not, because if you die, that is on you.
I guess it's that close.
Yeah, 9.
Yeah.
Natural one.
Smooth.
17.
Morphos?
Natural one.
Another natural one.
11.
Okay. Who else are we missing now? Negan with Dawn, Isla, Thorin, Morthos,
I was
Valiant.
I was 17 as well.
Tavis.
17.
Okay.
Valiant was 2.
Talion was 2. Valiant.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I think you said it was 1. Or natural 1 you had, didn't you?
Natural 1 plus 1.
I have to write that out. Kind of 1 second. Let me just bear with me 1 minute.
What did Isla get?
9.
And Morphos was 1 as well, yeah?
That one.
What's your modifier?
-1.
What did Thorin get?
I got 11.
Okay. Okay, so top of the tree then. Tavis, what are you doing?
So nothing has happened to me. I've just heard a loud scream.
It's it's screaming.
What's the distance there? 5. I don't think I've got experience with this. I'm going to cast Ray of Frost at it and back up.
Okay. Is that a save or I think it's a throw? It's a
It's
attack,
an
is it?
attack, yeah.
Roll the attack.
19.
1 sec. 19. Just see what the. Yeah. Okay. 19 hits.
Well, I hope so.
And I got double 8s on my damage. So that's 16 points of cold damage. And its speed is reduced by 10 feet.
16 point share. Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna
Yeah.
move.
With that, as you turn in sort of shock, this thing just screaming, emanating from this fungus, you just let out this freezing ray, this frost, just see it crystallizing and forming these crystals coming all off it and just starting to glisten, and the shrieking stops.
I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna move to there. And I'm gonna bonus action hide. Because I'm so brave now.
So we will say that the screaming lasted for 6 seconds.
Okay. So I moved to there, and my bonus action hide was a 29 stealth.
Okay. Okay. As you're doing that, just make a perception check.
16.
And your stealth was what?
20 something.
29. Yeah.
Oh, you said 29.
Yeah.
Nearly an impossible roll. Okay.
Yeah, it's my max. It was a nat 20.
As you look, you can see bugbears coming around the corner. Now, Morthos and Thorin, I'll let you make stealth rolls unless you're not going to be stealthy for hiding.
Yeah. Stealth.
So this is weird. I've seen that, and I'm trying to hide,
I rolled a 16.
and I've used my action and bonus actions. There's no way I can alert people that stuff's happening, is there?
I'm just saying them two because they have got a view.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to alert anybody else. Makes sense.
I'm just doing it because they're the ones that are on the corner who are most
yeah.
likely to be seen. So
Yeah.
1 sec. Okay, so Morthos and Thorin, what's your stealth check?
It was 14, I think I said it was.
Okay, Morthos. You're on mute there, mate.
Sorry, mate. 15.
15. Yeah, you manage just to sort of tuck out the way as these bugbears come in, and they're sort of looking around, and so they see their heads going, and they look down, they see this frozen mound on the floor. Start to sniff, look round. What you guys want to do?
All of
What's that? Sorry,
I said, is that to all of us, or is it just to those two that are obviously?
you're currently behind the wall,
Yeah.
along with Haleth and Tavis, and then Thalion and Isla are behind or
The
in the
door.
doorway.
Do Morthos and I know that they're there?
I would suggest that you were in possibly some sort of line of sight with that. That's why I've just picked you guys.
Alright, because I can't see them on my map, that was all.
Okay. It just would have been an advantage throw anyway, but you've stealthed anyway.
Okay. But we can hear them shuffling around.
Yeah. Talion and Isla, just make your stealth checks with advantage because you're inside that doorway.
Oh. 15.
Hey,
What's that, sorry?
natural. 20, not natural.
Okay. I would say that Isla and Talion, you would have. You would be able to know that they're there. Maybe not have direct eyes on them, but you'd see movement or whatever else. You'd be able to sneak a peek.
Okay.
I whisper to Morthos. Hey Morthos, you want to blow him up?
Fireball these motherfuckers.
And I nod my head to try and encourage him to go do something cool.
What are we doing?
I want to see if I can cast Fireball, but I want to make sure that the measurement isn't going to fuck us all over, basically.
Do you want to use the tool on it to see?
Yeah, I'm just doing that now, mate. Does anyone know off the top of their heads the
It's a 30-foot radius.
30 foot? Cool. Yeah. All right. Sweet. I'm going to cast Fireball.
So it's a 60-foot circle, isn't it?
Ooh, it's big. It's a big boy.
So it's 30 foot from the centre.
Throw it at the back of the room.
Can you see that line on there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, you can do the circle, can't you? See.
Yeah, you just have to select it.
That's really cool. That is really cool.
Okay, what are we doing? Time's cracking on.
Yeah, I'm going to cast Fireball.
Okay. Let me look it up.
It's a 20-foot radius.
So save for me, isn't it? Dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
What's the DC? Spell save
12.
DC should be on your second sheet.
12.
12, yeah. Okay. Oh, Christ. One roll I've had to make. What the hell's that done?
It's a natural gone.
Right. Right, top down. Natural 18, so it's a 20. Natural 20 for the next one down. And
Nice.
16 would be 18, so all of them managed to save on it.
Who are you and what have you done with Daryl?
It's mega. Never happen again. So 8d6 halved.
Halved. Okay. $14.
14.
There's some bad rolls, man.
Why is that not working? There we go. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you let loose with this fireball, just engulfing that whole corner with fire, and through it you see these singed, smoking bugbears. Right, what are you guys doing? I would say that with that, I'd say with that as being a attack out of combat, if you like, I'd say with the top of the round with Tavis.
Ooh, that's just hidden.
You can stay hidden, you can pass the turn on. Negan, you're up next.
I'll see that he's cast this massive fireball, assuming there's probably more enemies. Yeah, I'll move out 5, 10, 15. And what am I looking at when I move out here?
Can you not see them?
Yeah, I just don't know what they are. And maybe if I really zoom in, I can.
Yeah, they're all bugbears. 3 bugbears.
Ah, right, okay.
I'll get rid of this streaker because that's gone anyway. So you should see
Okay.
3 bugbears.
Okay, cool. Oh shit, yeah, that's not ideal because I can't throw my daggers. These are 5 feet squares, aren't they? I suppose.
Yeah, it's 5 foot. Yeah.
5, 10, 15. Yeah, let's just go for it. 20, 25, 30. I'll move my movement there. And then I will throw... How do I do the highlight? Which one I'm meaning? Double click.
Pinging.
Yeah, how do I ping?
If you just right click on it and then it'll say at the top ping for everyone. You can just ping it like that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll throw 1 dagger at this one.
Okay.
In fact, I'm probably going to need to do both. Yeah, I'll probably
Right,
just throw
roll the-
both daggers at that one because I don't have sneak attack, do
Okay, roll the attack.
I? Yeah. 23 for the first
Yeah,
one.
hits roll damage.
And 22 for the second one. So it's... Seven for the first dagger. And 9 for the second dagger.
Yeah, both daggers let loose out of your bracer. Yeah, hitting and just magically disappearing. You sort of see bump as he goes back, and then you see him singed and all crump into the floor at the end of your turn.
No, I'll bonus action dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'll bonus action dash to there.
Okay, Negan, you're up.
I want to sort of.
Sorry. Was there more for Tavis?
No, good. Cheers.
Okay, Negan, you're up, and then Thorin, you're next. Let's try and get through this quick.
Morthos. How many?
3, 1.
Right. I'm going to move round to there so I can see. How far am I away? I can't see the bugbears on my way.
Is that because of your vision?
Well,
Is it dark? Is it?
I can only see a star, and that's it.
You can move. Can you move your screen round? Can you move your screen over?
If I go to about there, so I'm in the middle of the. So I'm gone. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
You should see one there.
See one, but I can't get it.
What?
Yeah, so I'm going to move as far in the room as I can. And I'm going to pull out my molten hammer. And yeah, that's my go.
Okay, Thorin.
Yeah, I'll move up to there. And I will cast Eldritch Blast at the one closest to me, so the top one.
Okay.
So first one to hit is a 15.
Misses.
Right, second one is 14.
Misses.
And I'll duck back around the corner.
Okay, Isla.
Gonna move into the room. Oh, gonna close it all. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then right in the middle of those two, I'm gonna cast Shatter
Nice.
Nice.
with a 10-foot sphere, so that should get them 10-foot
Let's
range.
go.
Yeah, so
What's the DC?
it's gonna be, I'm sure it's 15 or 16. 16.
Plus one to con. Is a 10, so that's a fail for the first one, and a 16 for the second one.
Okay. And then it's gonna be fucking hell. Where is it? Boom, boom, boom. 14 points of thunder damage.
Was the second one a pass on the 16?
16 succeeds, yeah.
Yeah, so that's 7 points on that one, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, the top one, he just falls back into the wall, just absolutely knocked back this percussion blast that hits it. The one that's left in the middle still standing. Yeah, he takes the force, but just manages to just stay on his feet.
Cool.
You sort of see that he's looking pretty worse for wear on that one as he starts to run towards you. Saying that, let me have a think.
I'm just gonna, as a my last or bonus action, free action, take out my shield.
Okay.
And that'll be that.
You see that he's got a morning star on him as he comes over to you, and he is going to attack. That's going to be a 21 not natural to hit.
Yep.
And that's going to be
Not natural.
okay. Hang on, sorry. 9 points of damage.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. That then takes us to Italian.
Hmm.
And then Morthos, you're up after that.
Okay. Into the room to get line of sight. Cast Thunder Wave.
Thunder Wave on. Okay.
The
That's going
bugbear.
to affect.
That's fine. Let it roll.
Thunder Wave. So it's a 15-foot cube. So Constitution saving throw. What's the DC?
15.
So roll your con save for Isla. No. That's a natural 17, so 18 for the bugbear.
Oh shit.
Roll your damage.
Still take half damage.
Yeah, still takes half, yeah. But Isla's going to take full damage.
Ouch.
10. Half damage
Te-
on the bugbear.
half damage for the bugbear, so 5.
Yep.
Okay, from where you are, so move back 10 feet.
No, he doesn't. I do.
Yeah.
Is it not?
Yeah, no, it's on a success.
Okay, it's a pushback. Yeah, sorry, it's yeah. So Isla, you get pushed back, and this bugbear is is still up.
Would that give the bugbear attack of opportunity?
No, force
I wouldn't
movement
have thought
doesn't.
so,
I
no.
don't think. No.
No, I would have thought so. Okay then. Anything else for Talion?
No.
Okay then. Morthos.
I'm going to move to the right slightly, and then attack with Firebolt.
Okay. Firebolt, yeah.
Firebolt, yeah.
That's a ranged spell. So roll your attack.
18 to hit.
18 hits.
And 10 damage.
And yeah, as you let rip this bolt of fire, catching the bugbear for a second time, catching his fur as he goes up in flames, and he's slain on the ground. As you're standing there, the whiff of burnt hair in the air, you can hear the screams and chatters and footprints of what sound like goblins from the north passage from where you are. And you all sort of turn and look as this noise starts to get a little bit louder. And that's where we'll end it for tonight.